This is a little bit something different for me. Now, this I came up with maybe 5 minutes ago. This was inspired by a Paul Daniels effect that I saw him do on a Christmas special. He used a £50 note and a piece of card. Now, I don't have a £50 note, so I'm gonna have to use these. What he did was he took the £50 note and placed it inside of the piece of card. Now, he then used 2 paper clips to seal it off. I don't have paper clips, so I'm using a rubber band. Now, from here, he then placed it inside like so. He then got the paper clips and sealed it in. And this created a little bit of a pocket, effectively, right? He then got a knitting needle. I don't have one, I have a knife, so I'm going to use the knife for this. And what he did is he placed it in between the 2 pieces of card, if I can get that in like this. He then made a joke saying it's a balancing act. It looks kind of cool, but you could clearly see that that is in there. And what he did is he then just placed it on and pierced a hole. I'm trying to be very careful here not to slice open my fingers, but you can see that that is clearly going through there, and that looks kind of cool as it is. Let's kind of make this a little bit bigger, and let's turn the knife and go back through like so. If it'll go in like this, and try and make this as big as we can. There you go. So that's clearly through. You can see that is right the way through there. He then took out, I'm trying to keep this as close as I can, I don't want to drop the knife on the floor, but he then took them out like this. He took the paper clips off, and you can see that there is a clear hole in the middle of this. Like, that is a pretty substantial hole. And you would expect that when I remove this rubber band, that you will see a hole in the middle, but as you could tell, there is no hole. Hello, people of the internet. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's not usually my style of magic or mentalism or anything, because that was literally came up on the spot about 5 minutes ago. I thought, I'm doing a whole thing about Paul Daniels, and I don't have the old magic box set. I don't have cups and balls that were in there. I literally don't have anything. And I remembered that TV special, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can create something that's similar to that, and that's what I came up with. I think that looked okay within 5 minutes. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But today is exactly 7 years since Paul Daniels passed away. Now, today, as I'm recording this, it is the 17th of March. And I started thinking today, oh, I better schedule a post for Monday. So as I was scheduling the post for Monday, or today for you guys, that I've never spoken about one of the main influences for me to becoming a magician. Now, same as most people, like my granddad showed me some tricks, and I will get into that in another video of what happened with my granddad. But today I wanted to talk about one of the most famous magicians for me that inspired me to become the magician I am today. If you are from the UK, you will probably more than likely know of Paul Daniels. Now, if you are like me and from my generation, he will have been one of the main reasons that you became a magician. If not from the box set that you received as a kid, but from his TV shows and his specials that really defined a generation. But for now, let's get into today's video, which is reacting to some of Paul Daniels' classic TV shows. First one we're going to look at is the cups and balls that Paul did on one of his magic shows. Let's get into it. Bearing in mind these are like the 70s, 80s and 90s, so it's the quality is not full HD, 4K or anything like that. This is how we used to watch TV when I was a kid. Not the 70s and 80s, because I wasn't really around then. It was the 90s. This is the sort of style that we used to watch.
In fact, I know what's already in your mind. You see, I walk on, a mind reader, I know what you're thinking. What's that? It's a true story, that there's a hieroglyphic in Egypt on a wall of a man doing this trick. I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm just telling you. That's what they think, all right? Hieroglyphic. If it was this far down the wall, it would be a loroglyphic. You know. Now, what we need to do here is we're going to pick on somebody in the audience.
Funny,
now,
but so bad
young man
the
there
time.
with a sort of a knitted sweater with a light line across and that. You, sir, what's your name?
Chris.
Chris! Good answer, good. Chris, where are you from?
Shepherd's Bush.
Shepherd's Bush.
Just over the road.
Was just over the road. Like, it looks like he's just kind of been found, and he's not sure what he's doing there. He's just like, me, Chris. I don't understand why he was doing this either. Like, what's he got a kink in his neck? And just, Chris, just over the road, Shepherd's Bush.
Just over the road. How nice of you to drop in. Sort of like home from home, isn't it? Now, Chris of Shepherd's Bush, what I must ask you to do is this. I must ask you to answer nice and loud, nice and honest. What's that?
It's a cup.
It is indeed a cup. A cup, like. Because I'm from the north, you see. What you've got to do is this. You take that and you put it there and you use one of these. Now, I only use one cup and one ball. And all you have to do, Chris, is keep your eye on the little white ball. Now, Christopher, is that your full title?
Yeah.
Okay, Christopher, where is the ball?
On top of the cup.
You're wrong, it's on the bottom, the cup is upside down.
Well.
Years of...
That got me. That's so stupid. That's so stupid, but I love it. I wouldn't do these sort of jokes in my routines, but with Paul it works. That was funny. I'm sorry, but that was funny.
Get a devotion. Perhaps my speed is baffling you, so I should give you another chance. I'll even put my hands in my pockets. Christopher of Shepherd's Bush, who is now desperately wishing he'd gone to see something else. Christopher, where's the ball?
It's on the top of the cup.
It's on top of the bottom of the cup. And the only time you should worry is if I sneak it into my left hand. Because if the ball's in my left hand, it's in my left hand. If it's not in my hand, it's under the cup. If it's under the cup, it's not in my hand at all. If it's in that hand, it can be in that. If it's in that, it can be up there. If it's up there, it can be down there. If it's in the pocket at the same time, it can be up there at the same time, it's on the cup. If the cup and the ball together, they can't be separate. Except they can't be together. If it's up there at the same time. Now, if the cup and the ball are separate and the cup is empty, you can't have the ball. And got the ball in the cup, you can't be in the pocket. In the pocket, you can't be in the can at the same time, it's on the cup. If, on the other hand, the ball and the cup are together, then the cup... You're not following this, are you?
That was beautifully done. That is beautifully done. Like, there were some of the loads and some of the loads and some of the drops in that were just... I missed a couple of them, but that was so good. Oh my God, yes. And I don't think you can imagine that was amazing.
Here is a television action replay. Where's the ball? You're even nodding slowly, Chris. Where's the ball?
It's in the cup.
In the cup. Take it out, put it into my pocket. Where is it now? For £50.
It's, in your pocket.
In my pocket. In other words, it can't be under the cup, right?
Right.
Wrong. Now, this trick, I should teach him this. I mean, there's no...
That was amazing. That was so good.
Look, what do you do for a living, Chris? What's
so
your job,
good.
your vocation, your way of life, your occupation?
It's a sales representative for a vending machine company.
What you need is a cup. I mean, I'll teach you this. I've been up here a few minutes. I just walked on, and already you owe me £50. And the doors have been locked. Now, look. Cup, ball, cup. Now, this is how the trick works. It's very simple. You get a cup and a ball, and you show it to be empty, you see, just an empty cup, and you drop the ball in there. Now, the moment the ball is in the cup, I'll teach him this. You take it out with a swooping action, right? You sweep it out, you put the ball in your pocket, and you flick it hard. Now, the ball, I know this is a funny thing to say, but the ball actually physically shoots up your sleeve. Yes?
Yeah.
Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Good. Now, you've got to put the cup down to catch a ball that goes up your sleeve, across your shoulder, down the side, under the cup. But be very careful that you don't put the ball into the wrong pocket, because when you go flick, everybody claps. Why do they clap? Because when you flick, you've got a lemon. It baffles them completely on where it is.
That's all we know. That sort of thing inspired me to start creating my own routines, to start creating magic. I couldn't really, when I was growing up, I didn't really have, I think I eventually got a Paul Daniels magic set, but I didn't have one. I had to start creating my own little methods of doing things. That tricks that you saw at the beginning, I didn't have the version that Paul did on his TV show. I literally, within 5 minutes, I'd made a makeshift gimmick. As long as you know like some basic methods or have some understanding of some magic and like some like flap cards and other things, you can start creating your own custom gimmicks and custom methods to do your own magic. So I'm going to challenge you to pick any magic effect or premise and come up with your own routine. If you like some of the music that I use for my YouTube videos, I use Epidemic Sound. Now the reason that I'm mentioning this, I'm not sponsored by them, but for the next week they are doing 2 months free trial. So if you've never used them before, you can get 2 months free trial and use them as much as you want, download as many as you want. They do things like sound effects. I use their sound effects as well as some of my own, but the music that I use on 90% of my YouTube videos come from them. And if you want to use the referral link in the description, I would appreciate that a lot, because, you know, it helps me out. So this one now is one of my favorite routines I've seen him do.
Now, it's very important we find out who you are, because you've been snatched out of the audience, and it really is, ladies and gentlemen, at random. I have never met either of these men before. Remember that. Now, what's your name?
Ginge.
Ginge. Why not? And your name?
Les.
Les.
Half-eyed.
That took a bit of remembering the second bit, didn't it? Yeah. Now, what I'm going to do is, you've been standing ages. Could you bring a chair over? Because you know.
I love how.
And what we're going to do is a couple of
fluent
magic
he
tricks.
is.
You see? That.
When I say the fluent, what I mean is like his improvisation for the comedy and stuff. Like that moment there was just great. Like getting somebody's forgetting the name or made it look like they forgot the name, that kind of thing. It was just great. So evidence of him doing this in a lot of his performances, and you will see that as it goes through. Like some of the reactions, especially with this effect, like you have to be quick on your feet thinking, because some of the reactions are unpredictable.
Good lads, get one for yourself as well. Yes, now, just you sit down there, Mr. Half-Hyde.
That was set up to do that. That was
and you sit
perfect.
down there. Ginge. Good. Now what we do is we do 2 tricks. I'm going to do one on you, and I'm going to do one on you. And I want you to have a good laugh at the one I do on him. Because the one I do on you is going to be worse than the one I do on him. All right? Okay. So what I'm going to...
Good old Debbie in the background. But the reason I paused it there is just that his stage presence and his aura throughout all this is just incredible. You don't get very many magicians and mentalists that can act so casually on stage but sort of command the audience. And also who sort of goes on stage and sort of uses their nickname Ginge. Like he was like, I'm Ginge. What's up, ladies? Ginge. It's one of those nicknames that you know that when you're Ginger and somebody calls you Ginger, you're just like, I'm going to have to own this, otherwise we're just going to have the piss taken out of me for years. So I'm going to own it. I'm Ginge.
Can I just have the saucer, Debbie? Oh, told you what it was. Now, this saucer, Ginge, is going to go round your head 3 times. The 3rd time that goes round your head, you will notice it is a lot different. The saucer. Not your head. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Is it any different?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
What's different about it?
It isn't there.
Oh, come on. Give me your left hand. Keep hold of that edge. Now, give me your right hand. Keep hold of that. Now, you don't really believe there's a saucer there, do you?
No.
No. What the hell you hold of it for, then? Now, look. Like that. And to make it reappear, you have to shout the magic word saucer, but you shout it now.
Saucer.
Incredible trick. Isn't that amazing?
The amazing thing about that is he knows that this isn't fooling him, but this is setting things up for what's about to happen to both of them. Like, this is like just perfectly crafted. Like, this is setting this up so well. This was never intended to fool him. If it did, great. But he's basically going to use the same premise in a second to fool the other person with an added twist at the end.
And now you. You're probably wondering, what is he going to do to me? Well, very simple. To you, one little paper ball is going to disappear completely. Do you understand that? Say yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul.
Right. Give me the saucer. Give me the box. Now, this is a box of paper handkerchiefs. The people at home can see in it, around it, under it. It is only a paper box. What you do is you hold the ends of the box like that. That's right. We put the microphone neck. No, these are the ends. You see? No more clues. Now, you put your feet together on the floor. You sit up straight. Pretend you fit those trousers.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Hart. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll up. Just relax.
I like the fact that he's just like, pretend you fit in those trousers, because you know for a fact that if he sat down in the chair, I don't know what it is with like suit trousers. Whenever you sit down, they always ride up, and you could see like 90% of your ankle. So you better be wearing clean socks, or good socks at least. But that was funny.
I'm going to roll up 2 paper balls, or even 3 or 4 or whatever, and I want you to watch them very carefully, because these are just paper handkerchiefs. Now watch. When I go like this 3 times, I'm going to go like that 3 times, and you will blow. And when you blow, well, try it. Go on, blow. The ball will disappear. It is quite extraordinary, that, isn't it? I mean, there it was, and there... I'll do it again. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll roll up 2 paper balls this time, and I'll...
I think the first time that I saw him do this was just literally that on stage. He didn't do the salsa routine first. He literally just did that with one person there, and it fooled that person, and it was brilliant. It's something... I love doing this kind of thing. I've done this to so many people. I think I've even done it to my girlfriend as well. But, like, it's funny when you have an audience watching it and you do this effect, because the audience don't say anything. I don't know what it is about this routine that the audience, because I suppose they feel like they're part of the magic, they're magicians as well. I don't know what it is. Like, you've let them in on a secret, but it's great because you've got them on your side, and you'd expect that at least one person will go, "Oh, just thrown it over your shoulder, mate." I have actually had that happen once or twice. But 99.9% of the time, people don't say anything. And it's so good fooling the one person with that, but then the whole audience are in on it. It's just, you don't get routines like that anymore, and it's great.
I'll tell you which one is going to disappear. I'm going to count to 3, okay? I'll count to 3. Watch the ball. 1, 2... Hang on, man.
He was neither of them were
There's something wrong. Maybe if you sat the other side of him. Yes, that might help. Come here, right. I'm awfully sorry, it's going wrong. Just you'll be all right. Sit there, you're all right. Feet together.
So good.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. You're all right, aren't you? Do you know him? No. Have you ever met him before in your life?
It scared Jimmy as well.
With the man. Look, swap chairs. There's something very silly going off here. Just swap chairs. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm not sitting on that.
Sit on the chair. Feel it yourself. Rub it with your hand. Rub it all over. Go on. Nothing there. Promise. You're okay. Sit on it. I promise. Cross me out. Watch the ball. Watch. You can sit down now. You've got his chair. Watch the ball. Watch the ball.
This is perfect.
Feet together. Watch the ball. 1, 2.
The timing of that. Perfect. So good.
Sorry. Look, sorry. Sorry. Whatever it is, you have caught it off Mr. Half-High. You can have it back. You just hold the back of that with 2 hands. Hold the back with 2 hands. Now that bit there cannot get at that bit round there, okay? Forward a bit. Don't worry about a thing, be fine. Come here, son. I will perform the vanishing paper ball.
You would be so cautious to sit
I'm
down
going to
on
fluff
this now,
this
wouldn't
paper
you?
ball out into
Like
a
you really
great
would.
big paper ball. If a little paper ball has just lifted you that far, excuse me. Don't worry about a thing, just watch the ball. Now, when I go like that 3 times, you blow, 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 and the ball disappears completely. This man's entertained us for a long time. A round of applause, he goes back to his seat. What's the matter? I'm stuck. Nobody panic. Go back to your seat.
Jesus.
I've got to go now, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a singer coming on any minute now. When the singer is on, if you two could be going doo-wap-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo, this would be a big help, okay? On the other hand, no, I'll get you off the chairs. And then afterwards, if we go up the bar, have a drink on me, because you've been great company, okay?
If my wife gives me the money, I'll buy you one.
It's my wife giving me the money.
You don't understand. I get them off the chairs, them that offer to buy me a drink.
I'll buy you a drink.
I'm going to touch this man on the back of the hand with one finger. The moment the finger touches the back of your hand will fly off the chair. Try that, try that. Let's have a big round of applause for a very good sport indeed. Come on. That's it, another big round of applause for another.
I remember watching that originally, and I howled with laughter, and I must have been only like 10 or something like that. So, and it's still, to me, that still stands now. That is still a solid routine that works to this day.
It's supposed to come in that
Good
door.
look at that now.
I know, but it's a
Look how
long
young
walk.
you
I
look.
came this way. It's faster. I just came to borrow the audience. Do you mind if I borrow the audience?
Well, be careful. I've had the sign for them. They're a very nice lot. My dear fella, help yourself.
Fine. Thank you very much
Where you
indeed. I'd just like 2 gentlemen. Do you have any money on you? Yeah? Liar. Come with me. And do you have any money? Yeah? Great. Have you got some money? Great. Take a handbag with you and bring it. Come on, and you as well. Bring the handbag. That's fine. Just bring it. Come on, sir, all the way down here. Let's have a nice round of applause for 2 gentlemen on stage. Come on, fella. Let's have it. Danny Cat, what's your name? John. Very popular in America. They've named all the toilets after him. Right, now, what do you want? Peter. And I'm Paul. That makes you Mary. Now, just take all the change out of your pocket.
this is
all
what
the
I
change
mean.
you've got. You do the
This is what I mean by like his quick wit and like his improvisation on the spot with some of his jokes, like and especially in like this era, like these were great quick jokes. I mean, I still use some of these kind of jokes now. Like this is great. Like he looks so young. Like, this is not the Paul Daniels I remember growing up. Like this is, I mean, you could tell by what they're wearing. This is not the 90s. Or even 80s. I think this is 1975. This, well before my time. Like well before my time. But this looks great so far.
Yeah, all the change out of your pockets. Once you've got the change out of your pockets, what I want you to do... Here, get hold of that. There you go, now you're daft like us two. Now just remember the date on that 50p piece. Cunningly designed so that you can get it out of a Scotsman's hand with a spanner. If it's the Scots who are watching, it's the Welsh whose hands you get them out of. Now, just remember the date on... Is that it?
That's it.
1p.
Yes.
That's all you've got. Remember the date on that 1p. Give me the finger. I'm always prepared. Now, you've got the date on the 1p and I've got 50. Now, this is what we're going to do. I am going to show you the world's fastest trick. You'll like this. Not a lot, but you'll like it.
That is a classic of Paul Daniels. If you remember anything of Paul Daniels, like he would be, you'll like this, not a lot, but you'll like it. That and it's magic. Like yeah, you'll like it, not a lot.
I'm always prepared. Now, you've got the date on the 1p and I've got 50. Now, this is what we're going to do. I am going to show you the world's fastest trick. You'll like this. Not a lot, but you'll like it. Are you on the phone? Oh, no, you got big sideboard. Sorry. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Be very honest, is that your 1p?
No.
No, and that's not your 50, is it? No. Well, in that case, they must be mine. Now, the next one. Did you like that? Yes. Wow. Did you like that? You didn't like it? You should have loved it. You paid 50p to watch it. I shall do another one.
See, that's
Sort of
well rehearsed, well prepared. Like, he knew that if somebody said that, he was well prepared for it. Like, he had that down. He was ready with stock answers that you know full well that, like, you get people that are like, no, I didn't like that, or they heckle you. He had an answer ready and it was perfect. He got the rest of the audience on his side. It was brilliant.
Similar but different. There's a pack of cards and they're all different, aren't they? Good lad. And I want you to take the bark of one of those. The moment you take the bark, you'll notice the front's gone with it. Look at it, remember it, shuffle it and give it to him. What do you do for a living?
Electronics.
Electronics.
Sorry about that.
Clever.
Sorry about that.
Very flash. I bet you've even got
Right.
grapes on the sideboard when there's nobody sick. Anyway, just sign the name across the front of the card. The front, not the back.
Why do
What
we
you
always have?
Engineering.
Engineering. Oh, my grandfather used to do that. Sold earrings to engines. Yeah. Oh, he was in engineering, yeah. Just keep that sort of face down, then I don't know it's the Jack of Hearts. Great. Now just put the card on there.
There are some risky jokes in this.
Do you gamble at all?
Never.
Never?
No.
Oh. Do you gamble?
No.
Oh. Well, I'll teach you. I'll teach you. Take all the money out of your pockets. Pound notes, fivers, tens, 20s, everything. And you do the same. All the paper money you've got. The lot. Come on. I'll get mine out. What have you got? Where's my wallet? Oh, there it is. Right. Put your money on there. Fine. Look at this. You want to get a job in engineering. Look at the money coming out here.
I don't know if anybody knows.
You hold the cards. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Peter, I'm going to cut the cards
If you
once
noticed
and only
it,
once. When I cut
good
the
eye.
cards, I shall cut to the card that you chose for him to sign. When I have done that, I have won all this money. That's not bad. But you're good company and you came up very quickly. Very quickly, so I will throw in 51p of my own. Very good. 50 there and 1 there. And if I do not cut to your card, not only to get all your own money back, I'll share my wallet out between you. So very loud, very clear. What was your card?
Jack of Hearts.
And what have I cut to?
Ace of Diamonds.
Look at that. Not only have I found your card, I have changed it into another one. Well, there's some nights you win and there's some nights you lose, I guess. There's your
Just
money
so
back,
classic.
£5 1p, and there's your money back, £1.50p. And I said I'd share this out, and I will. In there is a zip. If you want to do the zip, inside there is a card. If you take the card out, you find it's not just a card. You find it is, of course, yours, the Jack of Hearts. Did you sign it like that? Very faint, but you did.
Yeah.
I said I'd share it. There's half each. Half for you and half for you. Thanks for coming on stage. You can go back.
So good. I think I've proven a point that Paul Daniels just inspired a whole generation of magicians in the UK, and you could see why. His comedy, his presence, his improvisation, his routining, he was so great. And yeah, okay, it wasn't the same way as like David Blaine or Dynamo or anything like that are inspiring a lot of the younger ones coming through now, but they were the magicians that we had. And I've heard Peter Turner mention him before, how he had a box set from him. There's so many magicians that I'm sure that you look up to now that will have had some interaction or some experience of Paul Daniels. And without Paul, I don't think I would be in the position that I am right now. Until next time, be good, be kind, stay awesome.